Hello and welcome to the channel. Welcome to episode 20 of season 1. Today is the third day of my journey to Red Center and I am traveling about 560 kilometers from Port Augusta to Coober Pedy. Today's highlight is going to be the underground accommodation in Coober Pedy, but there are some long stretches in this journey and once I leave Port Augusta, there are only 2 fuel stations before I reach Coober Pedy. Therefore, let's top up Stromy. In the next few kilometers, I'm going to enter the Outback. My expectations from today's journey are long straight road, a few road trains, lots of caravans and of course the experience of the Outback. About 70% of Australian landmass receive very little rainfall, the driest region of Australia. We call it the Outback. The Australian Aboriginals arrived here over 60,000 years ago. They formed deep spiritual connections with this land. The Outback is land of extremes. The temperature can exceed 40 degrees Celsius and drop below freezing at night. Yet, the natural world remains. The plant and wildlife have inhabited this landscape like nowhere else. Welcome to the Australian Outback. The Outback can sometimes be desolate and even dangerous landscape. Help is often far away and hard to reach. It's where the roadhouses in this area play a different role to the average fuel stop. Not just fuel, you can have food, drinks, and even a place to stay. One aspect that goes unnoticed is these roadhouses' role as first responders. When things go wrong on these vast highways, it is the publican and staff who provide that critical first assistance. The people who work at these roadhouses are equipped with unique skill sets, and working far away from home in the middle of nowhere is not easy. The immensity of Australia's arid region is difficult to comprehend. 5.4 million square kilometers, 1.5 times greater than the size of India. Yet only 2% of Australia's population live in this region. The Australian outback is unique, an immense arid landscape, extremely hot and dry, with occasional erratic rainfall. While traveling through the Sturt Highway, you will see lakes with gleaming white surface, contrasting sharply against the surrounding vegetation, the Island Lagoon and Lake Hart. It is rare to see water on this road, but then you realize these are salt lakes, and water is not good for drinking, but the views are incredible. I have never seen anything like this before. Woomera is an artificial town designed by the Long Range Weapons Board of Administration to provide accommodation and facilities for the scientists, technicians, and ancillary staff who came to work at an isolated experimental station to test rockets, weapons, and missiles. The Woomera Aircraft and Missile Park has well-preserved examples of most of the rockets which were launched at Woomera. I am heading to Glendambo, where I have to top up Stromy because there is no other fuel station between Glendambo and Coober Pedy, which is about 255 kilometers. I will take short breaks on my way at another lookout of Island Lagoon, the same lake but different lookout point, and then at Lake Hart. The importance of Lake Hart as a salt deposit first became evident in 1918 when surveyors investigated this entire area. They estimated the yield as 3 million tons and defined the lake's area as 98 square kilometers. Once upon a time, it was a thriving industry, and today it is forgotten in isolation. An essential stop on Sturt Highway, the Roadhouse is the only place that offers a range of facilities for people traveling north 255 kilometers to Coober Pedy. Glendambo is friendly outback town, built when the Sturt Highway was realigned to exclude nearby Kingunya. One of the fears of riding on an unfenced road is wandering animals. It is not that bad during the daylight, but the dead kangaroos and cows on the side of the road are evidence of how dangerous it could get after sunset. It is almost 3 in the afternoon and I still have 250 kilometers to go. Today is going to be the third day of the race against time. But I'm little tired and will take short breaks between here and Coober Pedy. One last break at Ingomar rest area and then straight to Coober Pedy. It is believed that the soldiers who returned from the trenches of France during the First World War introduced the idea of living underground in homes commonly known as dugouts. The miners quickly discovered the advantages of living underground in order to escape the heat of summer and winter's cool desert nights. No matter how harsh the climate, the underground rooms maintain a comfortable temperature ranging from 23 to 25 degrees Celsius day and night throughout the year. It is estimated that about 50% of the population now lives underground. Most dugout homes are excavated into hillsides rather than dug from the shafts. The soil in Coober Pedy hillside is stable enough to allow huge ceiling spans in rooms. And it is not unusual for a mining family to buy an adjoining property and tunnel to link more than one dwellings. I am now heading to the underground motel and feeling pretty excited. Let's go to the local IGA and grab some food for tomorrow's journey, then to the bottle shop, and finally to the Outback bar to grab something for dinner. That was all in today's episode. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please hit the like button and subscribe to this channel. I will see you again in the next episode. Until then, keep on riding, and if you do not ride, keep on keeping on.